Hello, all the UZURV friends. How's everybody doing? So last night I had started vlog number 6 while we were in Lake Tahoe, California, and it was so loud in the restaurant while Dr. Amjad was talking that you couldn't really hear what was going on. So I only recorded a couple of minutes. I called it a preview, and then shortly thereafter I deleted it. So I think it is no longer on the website. I'm filming from the left side today because I'm going to actually turn the camera a little bit and let you view out the window beautiful Highway 50 in California as we're leaving Lake Tahoe. You can kind of just see the trees and the scenery in the background as we go down this road. So we are in California. We have driven I think it's over 3,000 miles we've already driven, because we kind of did a couple of zigzag routes in the Midwest. But we are now in California, heading to Sacramento. We have a meeting with Chris, and I'm at a loss for the other name, but Chris Hurd. We're going to be meeting with him at 1:30. I've got Dr. Amjad here with me. We were able to meet with the whole group in Lake Tahoe. They had a nice turnout. Great job to Monica Taboda, put together a great event at Riva Grill in South Lake. Beautiful restaurant right on the lake. We were sitting on the deck and had a great view of the sunset while we were talking about UZURV with about 10 of her local drivers. So it was a great event. We handed out all the shirts and the stickers. We even put a couple stickers on, I think it was Van's Jetta. And he will be rocking the UZURV logo at the Reno airport. So we were able to get Van and Clay on board for Reno. So they are eagerly pursuing additional drivers in the Reno market. And I'm going to stop for a second because Chris Hurd, thank you for putting that. It is Susan. Yes, so we are meeting with Chris and Susan at 1:30. As I mentioned before, we're on 50 right now, heading down the hill. We should be in Citrus Heights where you're at, where we're going to meet right on time at 1:30 Pacific Daylight Time. There is not a cloud in the sky today. It is a beautiful day to be driving through the Sierras, and all of you that, if you've never been to this part of the country, this is about 3 hours away from where I'm from, and it is probably the most beautiful drive west of the Mississippi. It would challenge some of the areas in Colorado. The mountains aren't quite as high, but in my opinion they're better looking. So you get a little view out the window here as we're driving down the hill. So if you ever get a chance to come to Lake Tahoe, please take advantage of it. It's a beautiful spot. But as we were talking about the Reno market with Clay and with Van, the Reno Tahoe market is kind of unique in that Lake Tahoe sits right in the middle between California and Nevada. And the Uber drivers, excuse me, the Uber drivers in South Lake Tahoe are, if they're based in California, they can't pick up in Nevada, state law. And Nevada drivers can't pick up in California. So the casinos, there's 4 major casinos right there at the state line. If the customer's on one side of the street, they have to get a Nevada driver, or if they're on the other side of the street, they have to request a California driver. And sometimes the surge will be surging completely different rate on one side than it is on the other. So it's a really interesting situation. But the major airport for Lake Tahoe is Reno, which is over an hour away. So one of the drivers from Lake Tahoe was sharing her last airport trip on an Uber XL to the airport was $175, which was amazing. So that was, once we saw that, we decided that I think we're going to have to move out here if we're going to be Uber drivers for any length of time, because $175 for one trip to the airport. The crazy thing is the California drivers can only drop off, and the Nevada drivers can only pick up. You know, if they're going to Lake Tahoe, they're not able to pick their customer back up if they're on the California side. So really interesting situation. Great market for UZURV. Everyone was really fired up. We answered a lot of questions, and they've got a real close-knit group up here, so I think they're gonna do very well. They've got a real small pool of drivers, a lot of new drivers, but a pretty solid core group of drivers. But they have an endless supply of riders, kind of like most vacation areas that are out there. You know, Virginia Beach is another one, Myrtle Beach is another one. I mean, anywhere where you've got people coming in every single week as a vacation destination, you've got an endless turnover of riders that you're able to refer. And the great thing is that when you refer those riders, they're going somewhere where UZURV already exists. So whether they fly to Atlanta or Dallas or Chicago or San Diego or Seattle or Denver, they've all got UZURV. So, I mean, right away, your referral is going to end up, you know, earning you referral rewards as soon as they get off the plane. You know, you can make their return or their pickup UZURVation while they're in your car. Say, hey, where are you headed? You headed to Atlanta? Great. Here, download this app. Let me show you how you can reserve your Uber to be there waiting for you when you get there in Atlanta. People just love it. You know, for $1, how can you beat that? My saying is you can't beat that with a stick, but I guess you could if you wanted to. So anyway, hopefully you guys are enjoying the view out the window here as we're driving. I'm going to look real quickly at some of these questions because I've been focusing on this lovely windy road and just see who we got here. We got James Stapleton, Suzanne, Raymond, Bill, Chris, Amjad, who's sitting next to me. Nice. Raymond Tabor, Mr. David Lowell down in Florida. So greetings to everybody. I know that those of you down in Florida, you guys love the beach, but look at these trees out the window. We're about 5,500, 6,000 feet right now, altitude, headed down the hill towards Sacramento from Lake Tahoe, California, where we had an awesome meeting last night with Monica and her driver group. So what else is going on out there? Deva joined in. She's the one that had the lovely $175 airport ride, so congrats to you. We are jealous. We're going to definitely take that story home with us, and then when all of a sudden we move to Tahoe and start Uber driving, don't get upset because you were the one that made us move. That's great. No Bigfoot sightings. It is a good day if you want to see Bigfoot. You could probably find him because there's not a cloud in the sky right now. It's 82 degrees up here at altitude. By the time we get down to Sacramento, it'll probably be in the mid-90s. And then we will be heading on to the northern portion of the Bay Area, also known as wine country, to those of you wine drinkers out there. If you've ever heard of the Napa Valley, that's where we will be tonight. And then tomorrow we'll be heading down. He's just I'm too busy. All right, hopefully you guys are back. It says my connection is weak, so I hope that this video is still transmitting okay. Let me see what Mr. Harrison Jones out of Richmond, Virginia just tuned in. He says, viewers that know, have the three wise men tried to kill each other yet? Oh, viewers want to know. No, the three wise men have not. The good thing is that the wise man, Mr. Harold Franz, is in a separate vehicle in a separate part of the country doing the same thing we are. So therefore we cannot kill each other. It's just all right, we got the video back. It says the signal's weak. Hopefully y'all can still see it. It says I've got 8 people connected right now. Apologize for the weak signal. Hopefully the scenery is still transmitting out the window here so you can see what's going on. I think you can see one of my eyes, my left eye. So looks like we got Sonoma makes fine wines. Napa makes auto parts. That's pretty funny, Clay. Yes, Sonoma, Napa, Oakville. We'll even drive through Lodi today. So Lodi's got some Old Vine Zinfandel. Those of you that love red wines, California is the spot for that. No shortage of wineries and wines, and we'll probably pick up a bottle or two to deliver back to Mr. Matt Donlin, who just tuned in with us on the video here. Matt, if you have a second and are able to comment below from your lovely iPad, you let me know what type of wine you really like, and we will go there and we will get it today and bring it back to you in Virginia. Actually, that might be illegal. I don't know. Transporting alcohol across state lines into Virginia? Not sure. But anyway, let's see. What does Chris have to say? There's a Weedle over Jeff's shoulder in the back seat. Oh, Pokemon, huh? You know, it's funny. You guys have been talking so much about this Pokemon Go, and Matt Hunt down in Jacksonville has been giving rides for people that are trying to catch Pokemon. We were driving through Kansas and then Colorado, and aside from Denver, the entire western states between Kansas, eastern Denver, even eastern Colorado, even western Colorado, and Utah and Nevada, there is very, very spotty, if any, cell phone service. And even though we would love to have played Pokemon Go, we couldn't get a signal for the life of us for about 2 days straight. So it's kind of nice that we're coming back through, headed towards Silicon Valley, where there's plenty of bandwidth down there. So we're about 3 hours outside of the Bay Area. We're about 40 minutes away from Sacramento, coming down US Highway 50 through the Tahoe Basin, and all right, got the video back. I'm gonna wrap this video up. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Matt says he likes cake bread. I'm a big fan of cake bread Cabernets as well. I'm assuming you want a deep red like that, Cabernet. If not, let me know. Wow. But cake bread, we can definitely go. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see the river over my shoulder. Probably not, but it's an amazing sight right next to the road here. So thanks for tuning in. We'll update you guys tomorrow with our video, and if I can time it correctly, we'll give you guys a shot of driving across the Golden Gate Bridge from Marin County into San Francisco. I hope that it will be sunny. The likelihood that it will be foggy is high. So if you've never been to San Francisco in the summer, I believe it was it Mark Twain that said the coldest winter he ever spent was a summer in San Francisco. It's like London. It's foggy all the time in San Francisco in the summertime. If you ever plan to go there, go in September or October. That's when the best weather. You'd get weather like you're seeing out the window here, but in San Francisco, which is extremely rare. So, great tourist city to visit. If you go to San Francisco, you can definitely visit the Napa Valley and potentially the Monterey area and Big Sur, and go down there and see the coastline at the same time. Anyway, anyone that wants a trip to California, I can be your tour guide anytime. You guys all have a great day, and we'll tune in with you guys tomorrow.